Hello, it's Friday today. I haven't filmed for 2 days because it took me so long to edit the fairground vlog, but it's finished now, it's exporting, and we're off out this afternoon with some local friends. I am actually still recovering from that fairground. There are bruises. I think really the bruises were because I should have been holding on with 2 hands, but no, I was holding on with 1 hand and holding a camera in the other, and every so often there'd be a big whoop bonk on the bar. So yeah, they're kind of going down now. I've got bruising on my back, only a tiny bit, from my own bra, you know, the knobbly bit that you can use to adjust the length. Well, you do if you are a bra user. The last ride that we went on, called Fantasia, with the blue colour, I got squished because the centrifugal force pushed Isabel into me, and I got so squashed my arm was pressing against my body and it got crushed. But I did something to my rib cage and it's still hurting these days later, and it was uncomfortable to sleep the first night, but I think it's getting better now. But I had, like, the wire from my bra was like a bruise up the side of me, and yeah, literally it was squashed between my arm and my body with enough force to actually bruise. So yeah, interesting side effect. This is the first day I've worn a proper bra, which hurts to put on, but I'm going out today, so I want to look decent. I am baking currently. If you were in this kitchen with me right now, you would smell it, and it smells rather nice. It's the first time I've had these. I'm very happy to say that they look like great grinning mouths with teeth. Well, they do to me anyway. That's going to make me happy eating those, because there's nothing like seeing a smile to make you smile inside. Out you come. That was a nice smooth transition, wasn't it? This is what they are from Lidl. Gotta love Lidl. It's these, you know, from the Greek section. They are cheese puffs, feta cheese, and what is that? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. You can have a look, and yeah. In other news, Izzy's passport has arrived. It's black, and it's really different this time. It's got thick plastic laminated page for the main page thing, and there's a little hole, and through it is peeping her face, but it's like just like a little circle of it. That's something different. I've never seen that before. It looks really funny. It's like a little window, and on the next page is the real photograph of her, and that's very funny. I wish I could show it to you because it is so nice, but I can't because it's a passport, you know. But anyway, I'm so excited about this because I know we can't travel yet, and I don't know when we'll be confident to book anything, but it's nice to know that we could, if, you know, by some miracle it suddenly became okay, and it is going to last her till she's 26. I'm drinking tea, by the way, before we go. Now, another thing that I'm excited about was I'm very interested in doing a Portuguese class, and I found one, but it's online because of the pandemic. But there's pros and cons to that. It's going to save me on travel costs and travel time. Anyway, I managed to get in touch with a tutor because I had no idea whether it would be too easy, too hard, or just right, or something else. I don't know what that something else is. But anyway, I managed to have a chat to her. I texted her a few times in Portuguese, and I made sure to throw a few sentences in Portuguese so that she could cunningly gauge my level. And I explained some of my shortcomings, i.e. just the grammar things that if you don't use it, you lose it. Like the amount of times I have learned past tense, future tense, but because I don't use them, I forget them, and so I have never cottoned on properly to be able to use them. Like every time I have to look them up still after all these years. So there's that, and also just hearing it, just understanding spoken Portuguese is just so difficult. But she is Brazilian, but she's going to teach Brazilian and European Portuguese in the class. If you don't know, there's a bit of a difference. I think it's not entirely unlike American English and British English, but I think there are probably more differences with the Brazilian. I'm not sure, but I really didn't want to learn Brazilian Portuguese, but she is going to teach European, so hopefully I think I'm at a level now with producing the sounds that I can do that without having to be taught it by a person. I think I can go away and listen to things online to refine that. There's a lot of resources out there, so I think I'm going to have to supplement the classes a bit myself to do that. But anyway, we had a nice chat, and she said I can sit in on the first class and gauge whether it's going to be suitable for me, and then commit to paying the full fees for the rest of it. So that's good. And also the class, you see, they've already been studying for 2 years together to get to this point. It's the 3rd year that I'm going to be joining, and she said that they're going to meet up in person for a coffee and a pastel de nata, presumably in Cardiff, and she will invite me along to that to meet the class in person before then going on to the Zoom classes. So I'm very, very excited about that, but it doesn't start till October. But it does mean I can do some background reading and some revision in the meantime. I need to get myself ready to go out now, but I'll speak to you when I get back. These are so good. They are delicious. Can't stop eating them. I also made salad. Avocado, red pepper and cucumber. And another mum has made a flask of water today and got some coffee sachets. So just got my milk in a mug and gonna join off one of those in a minute. It's about 6 o'clock in the evening now. Had a lovely time out with our local friends, and I'm making coffee at the moment because just got the Porthcawl vlog up. Now I need to practice my flute for this gig that's coming up this weekend. But first of all, I want to show you my tomatoes. Look at all these. Bulging off the bush, they are. They're a bit small though. I don't know how big they're supposed to get, but not one single one of them has gone red at all. So presumably they're not ready. The beans have picked up as well, and they're dangling off the washing line. There are loads of them. I've picked some this morning. And there are more coming, just loads and loads, look. They've just suddenly, after being really rubbish for ages, begun to grow. So that's amazing. Courgettes are all still really small though. Gosh, that's dried out since this morning. I might quickly water that. Right, I need to go in and do work. Izzy has said she's going to cook our dinner, so I'm very pleased about that. It buys me a bit more time in my day. I wore myself out. I only practiced for 35 minutes. It's the wrong time of day to be practicing as, you know, getting on for 7 p.m. I need to ideally practice around 11 in the morning, but I never learn. But there we are. So I've just given up because literally my fingers are like behind a beat and I'm just sluggish. I'm just too tired. But you know what? I've practiced so much this week and even last week that I think I'm on top of the set. So I think I'll just have a rest. I'm contemplating a walk or do editing. Isabel is cooking. She says I have time for a walk. I said, what time is dinner? She says she doesn't know until she starts cooking. And she hasn't asked me how long my walk's going to be. To be honest, I feel a bit tired for a walk as well. I am consulting my step app. I have only done that many, which is not 10,000. So I think I'm going to go for a short walk of, you know, 5,000 steps-ish. I'm out on my walk. Izzy was trying to boot me out of the door practically. I did sit down for 10 minutes because I was just really tired. I think it's because I didn't really have a break after I came in. But I can't say that I was exactly exerting myself on my afternoon out. We were sitting in fold-up chairs, drinking coffee from a flask and eating snacks and picnics. So it wasn't exactly hard work. Tomorrow I'm just going to be at home. I have worn myself out with flute playing this week. I've done so much practice that I am not going to play my flute tomorrow. I'm going to have a day off. I wonder what Izzy's cooking for me. We'll find out shortly, won't we, when I get in. Hey, blackberries are getting ripe. Look at that. I've seen absolutely loads and loads of ripe. Oh, that's just come off, look. Whoa, I always check for maggots, you know, I'm paranoid. Oh, they're so big and juicy, look. Oh, wow, I might just have a pre-dinner snack on those, you know. Oh, I wish I'd bought a Tupperware container now. I'll have to do a blackberry walk because although I'm not that keen on them, Isabel really likes them. Fresh from the fridge, you see. So I pick them, give them a good wash, soak them, and then put them in the fridge and she eats them. She said they're very refreshing, but I can't eat cold stuff straight out of the fridge like that. Oh, it does me teeth, it does. Sensitivity, you know. Oh my gosh, I take it back about not being that keen on blackberries. Those were the optimal blackberries. They were fine specimens. Sweet and bursting with juiciness and no maggots because I pulled them apart in my fingers and checked, believe me. And randomly, as I was doing it, a dog walker shouted right across the field asking me if I worked for the council. Me, in my penguin hoodie. There we are. Right, should we go home and see what's for dinner then? We've got a weird phenomenon going on here. We've got a stripy sky. Can you see the stripes? Whoa. What on earth is all that about? It's weird. Well, dinner is going to be these that Isabel's been doing in the oven. Now, she had a little problem. This is the original tray that she did it on. Can you see how greasy that is? She didn't add any oil or anything. The oil came out of the fish and it smoked like crazy. Ooh, I think that might be done. So she took them out, she had to turn the smoke alarm off with a broom handle, and then panicked really, turned the oven off and waited for me to come home. We're microwaving some leftover potatoes and broccoli from last night that have been in the fridge. Plus she's microwaved some frozen peas too, but they kind of went cold in the panic, but they've gone in with the potatoes and broccoli now. Light's going now. No lighting is good for the vlog, let's try outside. Yeah, there's a bit of light left, yay! Okay, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, do know that a like really helps the channel to grow, so if you'd like to help me out, a like really helps me out. And if you're new here and would like to follow more of my story, do hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Ooh, it's not quite right, is it? Shouldn't have hit record yet. I am cooking, well, my own focus.